Hi there, Phil Simborg for the USBGF with a bearing in problem. We call it bearing in when you are bringing your checkers into the inner board. Red is on roll and has a 2-1 to play. How would you play it? Give it a little thought, and if you want, you can pause the video and take as much time as you need, and then turn the video back on and see what the answer is and why. Okay. There are several candidate plays, and I always recommend you look at the various candidate plays and figure out what's best. You can break the 8-point, and that's not a bad play. Doesn't look like you're going to get in too much trouble next time. Double 6 doesn't leave a shot. Double 5 doesn't leave a shot. Well, double 5 gets a little tricky. I'm not sure you would like to play double 5 from here. You probably would clear the 6-point and bring one in. Double 4 plays okay. I always look at the high doubles first. It plays okay. This play is a beautiful play. Makes a lot of sense. Can't see anything seriously damaging except double 6 next time. Double 5, yeah, double 5 plays, leaves a blot, takes one off. Unless again you do the switch to the ace point. Not a bad play. Gives you pretty good flexibility. The right play is to hit. Why would you hit? Hitting looks a little scary. A lot of people would be afraid to hit here because if you get hit back, you might lose this game. And there's no question that you would be risking losing the game some to hit. But the right play is to hit. And hopefully you know why. You will win a lot more gammons that way. If you don't hit and blue rolls an ace, you're going to win gammons around 15% of the time. But if you hit and you can close the board, you'll win gammons a lot more. We know that 2 on the bar is about 40% gammons, even if blue has all of his checkers in. But with several checkers on the outside, with another 6 checkers on the outside, you're going to win a lot more gammons. So that's the play to win a lot more gammons, and you are much more likely to make the 1 point on the next roll if he doesn't hit you by having it slotted. Because even if you make the number 1 play to have the most builders for the for that point next time, you don't necessarily always roll a double 2, 4 2, 5 2, 5 or 5 4 that make the point. So hitting is the right play. Now the question is, where's the 1? And obviously you keep your prime by this one, and you feel a lot more comfortable if you get hit by keeping the prime, but you only cover with 6s and 7s, and if you make this play, you cover with 5 6s and 7s, and not only do you cover with 5 6s and 7s, if you get hit back, you have 5s and 6s directly to come in. If you come in with a 1 6 or a 2 6 or a 1 5 or a 2 5, you can come in and hit again to keep them from anchoring. So this is the right play. Let's take a look at what Extreme Gammon says. It finds this play over the board. And the second best play is this play. The third best play is just making the ace point. Extreme Gammon is yelling at us, don't let him anchor. Don't make that point. So, yeah, there's risk. Yes, you might lose, but take a look at the downside. Here's one way to look at this. After you make this play, let's say that blue does get lucky and hit you. He rolls, let's say, a 1 something, and now you're hit, and now you're on roll. You can't double here, but you can still use this function to see that you're still going to win the game 62% of the time, and still win gammons 33% of the time, even after he's rolled the 1, which happens about 11/36 or about 30% of the time. So even after he gets lucky and hits you, you still are probably going to come in and probably going to get out and win the game 62% of the time. That's at the worst case scenario after he hits you. Now, one of the ways to really understand positions like this well is to change it. See what happens if you give blue a much better board. Would you hit now? I'm sure most people would quickly say yes. I would hit now even faster, because now when you get hit back, you can't move and you hold your prime, because if you hit, you hold the 6 prime. Now you hit and break the 8 point, and now if you get hit back, you still don't lose this game because you can't move while he's breaking his prime. He eventually brings in the second checker, so now you hit even faster. Oops, I'm sorry, I got to put up the 2-1. Now you hit even faster. Now it's even a bigger mistake not to hit. Of course, though, you do keep the prime, though. You don't break the 7-point. Because he comes in, you get hit, you sit on the bar until he breaks. So what happens in this situation? Would this change things? Well, now if you get hit and you come in with an ace, you could be the one cracking, so now you really could lose the game. This, you can see the risk. You can see how you could lose, and here you don't hit. Here now it's a big, big error to hit. And here, I'm hitting. Oh my goodness. 0.002, we found the tipping point. Here it is kind of risky. I thought it was much bigger to hit here. Let me plus this. Let's get a better, take it to a higher court. Higher court makes it a little bit more right to hit. 0.007 instead of 0.002. So play around with these and see. It's all about risk and reward. When you've got your opponent against the fence, you want to keep pushing. You need to push and take that advantage. Of course, it's easy to be safe and say, oh, I'm winning this game anyway, why should I throw it away with a hit? And of course, when you hit and get hit back and lose, you'll say, I'll never do this again, because that one time that it happens, he's only going to win 11% here. I'm sorry, 14% when you hit. He's going to win the game about 14%. So when that 14% happens, if it happens to happen the one time you do it, you'll never do it again. And people have too good a memory for the bad things and too little memory for the good things. So you have to play the odds. That's why we need the computer to tell us what was really right. Because the anecdotal answer, what happens to you while you're playing, oh no, I'm never going to give him a 6-1 again. Last time I gave him a 6-1, he rolled a 6-1 and I lost, and he'll never do it again. I know a guy that always leaves his opponent a 2-shot instead of a 1-shot because he got killed on a 1-shot once. And leaving him a 2-shot is a higher percentage of times that you get hit, and he consistently will leave the other shot. You just can't go through life that way. You have to go through life playing the odds, and certainly that's what backgammon's all about. You need to be dispassionate about it and play the odds. Hope this was enlightening to you, and thank you for your support of the USBGF. Phil Simborg for the USBGF. Bye-bye.